of the complaints that I hear at home from constituents is, look, the Democrats really don't tell us what they're for. They're just viscerally opposed to this president, and everything they do is going to be against this president. But I think with this bill, H.R. 1, and Mr. Davis, you referenced that you said in your opening statement. I apologize that I missed that, but this bill is to protect Democratic campaigns. That's the intent of this bill. And it has become more obvious to me with your proper elucidation as we've gone through the Q&A on this. So like the Green New Deal, like the single-payer health care bill that we'll hear in the Rules Committee, it won't come through Energy and Commerce. My understanding is going to be done through the Rules Committee. So it's pretty clear what the agenda is, and the agenda is certainly not on the side of the people, but it's on the side of the government. And, like to still believe in that quaint notion that we have a government because of the consent of the governed. And it's bills like this, bills like the Green New Deal, bills like the single-payer health care that lead me to believe that it's no longer with the consent of the governed, it's with the consent of the government. Many of the things that are done in here take power away from the states. The states created the federal government. It wasn't the other way around. So it does seem to me that the focus is not where it should be, which is on people. We should be concerned about the economy. We should be concerned about jobs. It used to be every election that was run, people were concerned about, I want to rebuild the middle class. By golly, we've got a president who's rebuilt the middle class, and most of us seem to be insensitive to that fact that he should get any credit for that at all. Mr. Chairman, I recognize that you're able to pass this bill out of the Rules Committee. I recognize that you're going to be able to get the votes to pass this bill on the floor. The President has already issued a veto statement. I don't know what the United States Senate will do. If there's any fairness in the world, the Senate will give you just as much trouble as it gave us. I worry that now they'll be more accommodating, but if this bill were to get to the President's desk, he will veto it, and he would not be able to survive, would not be able to muster a veto override. So we're going through an interesting exercise, but part of our job, and the reason this is so important, part of our job is to notify and amplify those things that are before the American people, because unlike the constituents of Ms. Lesko's district, I'm not sure that constituents around the country really understand what it is that it's at stake tonight, what it is we're talking about, what it is that Mr. Davis has so correctly elucidated is contained within this bill. And I appreciate the indulgence, and I'll yield back.
Well, and I will disagree.